जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत This is convenient. This is convenient for you. It's comfortable. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Ram. Hare Ram. Ram Ram. Hare Hare. Thank you, all of you. Please. So, thank you to all of you to come this evening for a very special program with His Holiness Bhakti Vasudev Maharaj ki Jai. So Maharaj he's not new to us. He has been to our programs quite a few times. But just as a very good reminder, I will read out his very interesting and very impressive introduction. So Maharaj is just not only devoted monk in Hare Krishna movement, in Srila Prabhupada's movement, but he is also a very accomplished scholar in management and leadership. He holds a PhD degree in applied management and decision science, very, very special. And he has special skills and quality to blend the modern professional and management concepts with the principles of Bhakti Yoga. And that's how he preaches and he gives his teachings. He's also an initiating guru in ISKCON and also a member of a committee with the name Sabha, which that assists GBC body in various topics. And Maharaj has been in the movement of Srila Prabhupada for last 35 years.
40
Maybe more now. So I think it's old. 40 years as a full-time monk in Hare Krishna movement, spreading the message of Krishna consciousness all over the world. Maharaj joined ISKCON in Nigeria in 1984 and was initiated by His Holiness Bhakti Swami Maharaj. And then he received his sannyas initiation from His Holiness Jayapataka Swami in Mayapur Dham in 2009. Maharaj has been serving the mission of Srila Prabhupada in various roles and capacities. And yeah, this is very, very nice. Maharaj, he takes a special interest in mentoring the young devotees. And he has been encouraging young devotees to be grounded in spiritual practices while developing their professional skills. So Maharaj's focus is just not only to grow devotionally, but he also emphasizes a lot in their professional degrees and career also. He always reminds us that as a devotee, if we are not in the forefront in the professional life, then people will not get attracted to Krishna consciousness. And this is also very nice. He keeps one-to-one connection with all his disciples. So very, very important thing for a disciple to have a one-to-one connection with his spiritual master. He has, to his credit, more than 35 publications in international, academic and peer review journals. He incorporates Vaishnava Vedanta philosophy into mainstream secular academic models and offers creative and spiritually based solutions to current social, political, management and leadership problems. So he has been helping a lot of professional societies to deal with these practical problems. So I can keep on reading, very long biodata Maharaj has. So welcome Maharaj, thank you so much for taking time for us. And
my pleasure.
And thank you Sarvang Damodar Prabhu for driving Maharaj here. Today's topic that Maharaj has decided is trust in relationships. Now this is a very interesting topic, like we were discussing on last Saturday also, that the foundation of our devotion is to establish connection with Krishna, to establish relationship with Krishna. Now before we can connect with Krishna, we have to connect with his devotees. And for any relationship, what is the most important thing? Trust. Right? So I found it very, very practical and useful for all of us. So Maharaj, without further delay, I will hand it over to you. Hare Krishna. We can all welcome Maharaj with 3 Hari Bol. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate
Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
So, before we go into the theme for today, I would just like to read something from the Bhagavad Gita about Krishna, because Krishna is the source of all our relationships. Parents and child, friends, husband and wife, guru, disciple, whatever. Krishna is the bedrock of all relationships. And therefore, if you understand the qualities of Krishna with deep affection, we can have a better perspective in dealing with each other. So here, text 9, chapter 7, title of the chapter is Knowledge of the Absolute. So text 9 of chapter 7 reads, Punya gada pritivim cha teja chasmi vibhavasu jivanam sarvabhuteshu tapachasmi tapasvisu. Punyo ganda pritivim cha teja chasmi vibhavasu jivanam sarvabhuteshu tapachasmi tapasvisu. Punyo ganda pritivim cha tejas chasmi vibhavaso jivanam sarvabhuteshu tapasasmi tapasvisu. So I don't read the translation. I am the original fragrance of the earth, and I am the heat in fire. I am the life of all that lives, and I am the penances of all ascetics. Please kindly respond and repeat. I am the original fragrance of the earth.
I am the original fragrance of the earth.
And I am the heat in fire.
And I am the heat in fire.
I am the life of all that lives.
I am the life of all that lives.
And I am the penances of all ascetics.
And I am the penances of all ascetics.
So, let me read the purport. Punya, purport by Srila Prabhupada. ISKCON Final Charles, Lacy Bhakti Vasudev Swami Prabhupada Maharaj Ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Punya means that which is not decomposed. Punya is original. Everything in the material world has a certain flavor or fragrance, as the flavor and fragrance in a flower, or in the earth, in water, in fire, in air, etc. The uncontaminated flavor, the original flavor, which permeates everything, is Krishna. Similarly, everything has a particular original taste, and this taste can be changed by the mixture of chemicals. So everything original has some smell, some fragrance, and some taste. Vibhavasu means fire. Without fire, we cannot run factories. We cannot cook, etc. And that fire is Krishna. The heat in the fire is Krishna. According to Vedic medicine, indigestion is due to low temperature in the belly, in other words, in the stomach. So even for digestion, fire is needed. In Krishna consciousness, we become aware that earth, water, fire, air, And every active principle, all chemicals, and all material elements are due to Krishna. The duration of man's life is also due to Krishna. Therefore, by the grace of Krishna, man can prolong his life or diminish it. Say that again. Therefore, by the grace of Krishna, man can prolong his life or diminish it. So Krishna consciousness is active in every sphere. Om Gyana Pranasya, Satsu Milita, Yen Tasman, Sri Guru. So Chaitanya Manodistam, Safi Tam Jena Bhutale, Swam Rupam Kadamaya, Kadati Swa, Kadantika. Bandasi Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda Samadata, Vanadaya Puspavantu. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita, Saradhara, Siva Sadi, Sagora, Bhakti. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishna Bhutale, Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nityananda. Namaste, Saraswati Devi, Gaur Kali, Krishna. Never says Swami Bhagavad Gita, Pancha Kalpari Vacha, Evacha, Patitam. Vaishnava Vibhyo Namo Namaha. So, thank you everyone for sparing your precious time to come for this satsang, coming together of the devotees. We have parties every day in our temples, and our parties start at 4:30. Other people have their parties in the night. We start our parties 4:30. And the party is all about how we can enliven ourselves, becoming more Krishna consciousness, and being ready to appreciate and value what we have, what Krishna has given to us. And what is that? Human form of life. Human form. So, animals also have relationships. But yeah, cats, pigs, even houseflies, they have relationships. Oh yeah. Is it not true? Yeah. So what is the difference? There's a difference. Humans, we understand that Krishna is fire. That Krishna is the fragrance of the earth. That all the forms we are seeing are temples of Krishna. Krishna is not only in the fire, but is also in the heart region of every embodied being. Said, Ishvara Sarvabhutanam, read and say, Arjuna Tistiti. So, this is what makes us different from these other lower species, even the high primates like the cow, of ferocious animals like the tiger. We may not be able to fight the tiger, but our intelligence is far higher than that of the tiger. What is the distinction? We can understand that Krishna is in the fire. And that Krishna is the fragrance of the earth. So we don't abuse the earth. We understand that Krishna is located in the heart region of everybody. So we don't abuse people. We adore bodies. We adore people. In fact, we worship people. Why? Not worshiping their bodies, because the super soul is in your heart. I remember I like telling this story when Bhakti Swami was living on the planet, Guru Maharaj, when he was living on the planet, So Rana Maharaj Swami, he came. They're great Buddhists. So he came around, and so we went to visit him, to greet him, welcome him. He came to one of Prabhupada's disciples' home. So we went there to greet him. And so we paid obeisances to him. And then he paid obeisances back. And so I don't know how to keep my mouth shut. So I told Maharaj, why are you treating us like this? You are our spiritual master. So we pay obeisances to you. How can you pay obeisances to us? So he didn't say anything. When I queried him like that, he didn't say anything. But then the next day he was giving Bhagavatam class in the temple, and then he brought up this. He said, oh, yesterday, devotees came to see me, welcome me as I arrived, and they paid obeisances, and I paid obeisances back. And Vasudev queried me that why I could act like that. So he explained that he didn't pay obeisances to the bodies of the devotees. He paid obeisances because the super soul is in each and every one. Because Krishna is there in each and every one's heart, we honor, we respect people. Not because of the bodies. But the bodies are also Krishna's energies. Vairanga Shakti, Krishna has three major energies: Antaranga, Vairanga, and Tatastha Shakti. We are Tatastha. And therefore, if we understand that very principle, we can really create very good relations with people. And for us to be able to build the rapport that is so needed in our communities and in our families, we have to constantly, conscientiously remind ourselves that this person might be my child, but it's Krishna's child, Krishna's product. And therefore, I am the caretaker. And so, this is very important for us to build our relationships. That we don't abuse even the water, the art, everything, the trees and everything around us. So, when I came in from Richmond, one of the things I mentioned in one of the classes was about this, trust. So I feel, because I was queried, I was asked a question when I was in Delaware, one on Caucasian devotee. She asked a question that she feels very overwhelmed about trusting people. Trusting people. And it's a problem all over the world, Who to trust? Who to trust? So, it could be very difficult to determine whom you're going to trust. Just because I'm putting on Kantamala means you should trust me? No. Just because I put on the tilak, you should trust me? No. So, it is a science. It's the science of trust and trust. And that is the pivot of our relationships. It's the foundation of community building. Because if we have to build a devotional community, people come in, and Prabhupada did this. He trusted, even hippies, he trusted them. Hippies who came to Prabhupada, he trusted them. Very easily, he invested his trust in them. Why? He was not seeing them based on the body. He was seeing the Krishna principle that permeates all the people who came to him. He had that high understanding that his Krishna must have sent these people to him to get help. So, and for instance, we trust Krishna We have faith. We say in religious language, we have faith in Krishna. But faith also basically means trust. You trust somebody. You have faith in them. You trust them. We trust Krishna because Krishna did a lot of things that reinforces our trust or our faith in him. For instance, he mentioned that his devotee will never be perished. He didn't just bluff. Yeah, he didn't bluff, He did it. He demonstrated his proclivity to protect his devotees. He demonstrated. Gajendra was hooked up. He was stuck. His leg got stuck in the mouth of a crocodile. They were fighting. A crocodile in the water and elephant, how are they going to fight? Gajendra realized that he needed help. So he prayed to Lord Krishna. Hey, Lord Krishna, I'm in a mess, I'm in trouble, help me out. And immediately, Krishna came riding on Garuda. Immediately, he didn't waste time, he came. Krishna is not a bluffer. He says that he protects his devotee, and he demonstrated that. On the battlefield of Kurukshetra, Krishna had volunteered to be the charioteer of Arjuna, and he said he will not partake in the fight. But when Arjuna was driven to the brink of disaster, Krishna broke that solemn vow. He broke a vow. People will not trust you. You know that? You tell a child that you're going to London, and when you're coming, you're going to buy him or her a car. And when you come and you just start telling other stories, they will trust you? Huh? They will not trust you. But Krishna broke his vow that he wouldn't fight for the sake of protecting his devotee. So therefore he's glorified. He didn't have to follow a vow for the sake of following a vow for his personal fame. But he took a vow because he wanted to protect his devotee. And he broke that vow when that vow was interfering with the protection that he had promised his devotee. So we trust Krishna because he keeps his promise. We want people to trust us. We should keep our promise. You tell somebody something, we don't come and change it. We don't come and say, well, things have changed. Oh, I was just joking with you. I remember when I was double president, so one devotee came to me in the office and he said, "Oh, Vasudev, I did some engagement." I said, "Really?" He said, "Yes." So I took him out to give him something to do. I just tested him. I took him out that, okay, this is the temple front. There's a gutter here, so go change your clothes and I will also change. Let's clean this gutter. He said, "Vasudev," I was just joking. So we say something, we have to follow it up, even with our children, even with our spouses. We say something, we have to follow it up. Then we can gain trust. So, if we look at the life or the Leela of Lord Krishna, Leelas of Lord Krishna, it demonstrates so much of trust, investment from his devotees. Because he was very, very competent. Competency. We trust, we have faith in doctors. Okay? We want to meet a doctor. Somebody we are meeting maybe the first time in our lives. And we tell them everything that we've been suffering from. Since that passed, we have not even told anybody. I remember when I was having a liver problem. So I went to this liver hospital in Delhi. Somebody go took me there. And then when the doctor wanted to talk with me, even the devotees who brought me there, they said everybody should go out. He wants to talk to all of me. Because that is the professional ethics. People trust the doctors because of their competencies, because of their professional ethicality. We want people to trust us, we should have ethicality. Krishna did. So we have faith in the doctors and the therapists because of their skills, professionalism, professional competency. We trust somebody based on merits. And one of those merits is competence. Is he competent? Another factor is character. Is this person does he have integrity or does she have integrity? Is it sincere? Does he walk his talk? Character. These days, people don't care about character. And therefore, trust sags. Even in big corporations. They work because they just have to work and get money at the end of the month. They trust? No. They don't trust the CEO, they don't trust their managers. They're working as a base for procuring funds at the end of the month. That devotional service, we are not being paid. Nobody's being paid, we are volunteers. And therefore, we need trust. We need to develop a sense of trust. Even in the family, we are not being paid in the family. The wife is not being paid for, Mataji cooks just a nice feast for me. I'm not paying her. I just come and eat and let it go. In volunteer organizations, volunteers are not being paid. ISKCON, we are not being paid. And so we need trust. And that trust should stem from integrity. Should stem from walking our talk. Sincerity of purpose. When we say yes, we mean yes. When we say no, we mean no. That should be our modus operandi and modus vivendi if we want to invoke trust from the people around us. And so it's so important that we value each other based on trust. And it's simple for us because Krishna mentions in the Gita that he is situated in everyone's heart. Sarvasya Saham Ridi Sanayadista. He mentioned that. And therefore, it is important for us to, we have a greater advantage than the ordinary people out there. In a family, there's some trust. But in a bigger family, there is also a need for trust. And if we don't find trust in the families, we can't find trust in the community. Because the family is a microcosm of the community. So the question is, do you trust your son? Do you trust your daughter? Do you trust your spouse? Oh, yeah. I remember, my personal assistant in New York, she's a white lady, a lawyer. She has a doctorate in law, and so she was telling me a story. So when she went to see the parents, the father and the mom, the teachers. So she went to see the parents, and then she asked the father, "Dad, have you gotten a will?" As a lawyer, she has to ask. And the father took offense that she wants him to die. So, we want people to trust us. We should set records straight so that by the time we leave, there's no confusion in the family. We can't say, well, I have so many more years to stay. Look, Pamanaba just left. I came. This boy picked me up from the airport. We're coming, so I asked about. I said, Pamanaba, is he still coming to the temple? He said, he left. I said, what? Used to be my very long time friend. When I was younger, I was getting angry. He started this preaching project in Harrisburg area here. And initially, programs were being held at his home. So he's been my friend. And when I was doing my research, I also participated. He provided some insight as a research participant in a project. But then all of a sudden it's gone. Why does he guarantee that myself and you, we are not leaving tomorrow? He never programmed himself that, oh, I'm going to leave very early. So Krishna says here, he is life. He keeps it or he takes it. We don't know. We have no clue when we are living. We may say, well, I'm still very young. I'm just 30 years old. I'm just 25 years old. What is the guarantee? And therefore, we should understand that we need to have that frame of mind that boosts an emergency consciousness. Because we cannot be sure. We're talking about trust. We can't even trust ourselves. This is how trust is so difficult. 2012, we're having a conference at Harvard University, online conference. It's called Harvard Working Knowledge Forum. And one of these, it was a monthly program. One of those months, one of the programs that came up, one of the theme of that conference was why trust is so hard to get in management. So it's not just a devotional setting. This is something that in the big corporations, trust is so difficult to achieve. Because people don't understand the very art of trust, the psychology of trust. It becomes very difficult. But see, the simple thing is that if someone is able to maintain confidentiality, you will trust them. If you tell them a little bit of your secret, a confidential matter, and they don't take you into the street, they don't go and whisper to another person, you can trust them, for sure. So confidentiality, maintaining confidentiality. I've seen people that they became devastated because they share their confidential matter with somebody and the person takes them to the street. And so this is something that is not only applicable to doctors and clinicians, but even in the devotional community, we have to maintain confidentiality when it comes to confidentiality, because If people trust us and then they tell us their problems, we cannot go and tell those problems to anybody. That is a breach of professional ethics. And as devotees, we are not only preachers, but we are also acting as devotional counselors. Therefore, people will come and they tell us their life stories. We have to maintain that confidentiality, not divulging any of those things to the public or to anybody else. And so it's important for us to understand the very heart of trust. And so we maintain a culture that is based on spirituality. And so it's easy to trust people. But if we break the trust, it is so difficult for that person to come back and trust us. It may be a whole lifetime. Therefore, we need to be extremely careful because we don't play with people's lives. People come to a moment, they'll see us. I remember I went to one conference, ladies' conference, and there was this Caucasian white lady from New York University. She was the head of department for social sciences or so. And immediately she heard that I was a monk. Oh, she told me every damn thing in our family. Just only one day. She built up so much trust. I remember one of the things she told me. They are, what do you call it? They are not Christians. They are, what's the other religion here? Yeah, they're Jewish. She's a Jewish. And she told me a story that I thought, wow. This is a professor. She has a PhD, a white lady, a professor, a New Yorker. Okay? She said she has everything in her home. She's a psychologist. She has everything in her home. You know, whatever you cable, everything. And she said that nobody watches private TV in her house, including her husband. She has 2 daughters at the time. And the older one used to come and give trouble because she gets this peer pressure. And then it's like they're not living traditional American life, traditional New York life, where every child has a TV in their room. And she said that even a program they watch on TV, the whole family will be there. Educational programs and news. Finish. So I thought, wow, this is what so many people in ISKCON are struggling with. And this lady, she's a Jewish lady, she's maintained this high standard. So don't undermine people. It is that we are struggling with some people, they are freely, it's just their normal way of life. Yeah. Also, I met one lady when I was having a liver problem. Then I went to see my hepatologist. And that time upstate New York in New Rochelle. So, I was waiting for the doctor, and this lady, she's the secretary, she came to me to ask that, why are you putting on this dress? I see you with this dress a couple of times. Why put on this dress? So I said, I'm a monk. She said, oh, that's very good. I said, very good. How is it very good? She said her family does the training that their father gave to her. In New York, she got married when she was 30. She said, no boyfriend. So people ordinarily people think, oh, New York? New York. Another lady I met in Boston, she was working with my friend, you know, beautiful lady, tall, beautiful. And she was just trying to get married. No sex. She finished from university, no sex. So my friend was talking so much about me. So when I came, she came and then we were discussing. So I asked her, how did you survive in America? You're a beautiful girl. How did you survive going through a university program and no illicit sex? She said, you know, all of our friends, they see her like a mini guru, you know. When all these girls, they go out and then they got into trouble, they will come to her for advice. She is not from Vaishnav family. The father is a Muslim, the mother is a Christian. My point is, we should not undermine people. The things that most people have to struggle to do with, some people out there, they are not devoted, that is their lifestyle. And it's not a pinprick. Just a normal way of life. Why? They trust in Krishna, they trust in God. And therefore, we have to value what we have. We want to build communities. We should honor people when they come. We should serve people. This is what Prabhupada did. Prabhupada served even the potheads, the hippies who came to meet him in 26 Second Avenue. And so Prabhupada served them in that way and was giving them knowledge too. They thought, what? This is an elderly person. He's giving us so much knowledge and he's serving us. I'll give my life to him. This is how people volunteer to give their lives to Krishna in the movement. So service. We want people to become service-oriented. We should serve them. We should serve people when they come. And then on top of it all, we should stop being lackadaisical in our devotional practice. We never can tell. Death may come at any time. Procrastination, they say, is the thief of time. But why do people procrastinate? Even in devotional life, sometimes people think, well, I'll continue for my next life. This life, let me just enjoy. Let me just do whatever I like. Next life is there. I'll continue from where I stopped. What is the guarantee that you're going to become a human being? What's the guarantee? We could become attached to a dog and become a dog in the next life. It happened with parrots. So, we should be decisive. We have seen it. Pashyana pina pashyati. Even after seeing, even after hearing, some of us, we are not able to act. But we should take a leap ahead and see how we are helping ourselves to grow. We should trust ourselves that we can make it. With the mercy of Prabhupada, with the mercy of the devotees. On our own, we may not be able to make it. So we need the mercy, we need help. Therefore, we want to build a virile community. We need some trust. We need confidentiality. We need competency. We need integrity, character. And we need caring. Prabhupada cared so much and people trusted him. They gave their lives to him. Any comments or questions? Okay, any comments or questions? It's a simple talk.
So, Maharaj, this is like you also brought it up, like once trust is broken, very hard
Yeah,
to
very,
establish that.
very
So,
difficult.
what can one do?
To reestablish it,
Yeah,
don't break it.
that's my strong comment.
Don't break it. Because, see, people understand that, what Krishna mentions that, it's very difficult for us to overcome our nature. Therefore, even the devotees, if you break the trust they invest on us, if we break it, it will be very difficult to mend that fence. Because they believe that we are going to again betray them. So, but there should be forgiveness. Sense of forgiveness is there. If we forgive, then Krishna also opened up his hands to us to navigate through and be forgiven of any of our misgivings. So, if there is a sense of compunction, then we should reevaluate the situation and see how we can invest the trust in the person. Because sometimes people make mistakes. People act without knowing what they're doing. I remember there was this doctor, one of Bhakti Vasudev Swami's disciples, so he's late now. So he used to invite me to come to his place, himself and his wife. So one time, I wrote him a message. I think I sent him an email. I didn't get a response from him. So when he invited me to come to his place, to his house for a weekend, so I came. The first thing I asked him is, "Did you receive my email?" He said, "Yes." I said, "But I didn't get any reply, feedback from you." He said, "The email did not require, the message did not require a reply." I said, "What?" I said, "Listen, I studied communication in my undergrad. And so, in the science of communication, if you send a message to somebody and there's no response, communication has not taken place. In fact, take for instance, if someone sends you a message and you don't respond, that is an emotional abuse in communication. So when I explained this to him, it could be, at that time he was like my grandfather. But I told him this. And right from that time, if you send a message, a message to him, whatever it is, at least he will acknowledge received. Yeah, so if someone shows a sense of remorse for breaking the trust we have in them, we should forgive and then reevaluate the situation and see how we can reinvest our trust in that person. Because Christian consciousness is very transformative because it is therapeutic. And therapists are very transformative. So yes, we have this. We should understand.
Also,
Yes, any other comments?
yeah, when things are going good, it's easy to trust. There's no much issue there, especially in the community environment. When there are some challenges within the community,
Mm-hmm.
then whom to trust, whom not to trust, lot of talking going on.
Yeah.
Those situations, how can we keep ourselves composed
Mm.
and somehow figure out, you mentioned the science of trust, how to trust the right people.
Yeah, so you use these yardsticks to evaluate competency, character, caring. So these things have a lot to play in our day-to-day lives. If someone is caring, That's a sign they have a good heart. And Papa was very caring. So people just give their lives to him. Young Americans, Europeans, they give their life to Prabhupada because he was very caring. If you have a child, you're not caring, how are they going to trust you? And then when they leave the home, when they go graduate, leave the home, they get a job, you are in East Coast, then they go to California. They go to California to get a job so that you don't bother them, you know, they don't want to see you. So there are a lot of things that people do, especially parents. We think the children are our properties, and so we just push them around like, robots. But your kids also need you to trust them. See, when I became when I moved into the temple as a young man, my family members, they were very upset, but my father was not. You know why? He sent me a message one time. He said, "Boy, I know you better than you know yourself. I know that you can never choose a wrong thing in your life. Therefore, I'm praying whatever you're doing, you should be successful." His younger sister was married to, one of the younger sisters was married to a military guy. She told the husband, "If you love me, go and bring my brother out from that place." And then the military guy, he said, "Yes, I can do anything for you." Then the husband challenged her. He said, I can bring your brother out from that place, means from ISKCON." I said, "I can bring him out, but you show me one person in your family, who has that boy's brain." Yeah, cancelled it. She couldn't produce anybody. So she said, so he told her, "Just keep quiet. You pray for him. Whatever he's doing, pray for him." Yes, so people should trust you. Your parents, my father trusted me. Therefore, if you take anything about me or go do this and this, he said, "Leave him alone. My boy, I know him." So parents, you have to have confidence in your kids, so that people come and say all this sort of rubs. You can vouch for your child. We can vouch for our friends. We can vouch for our team leaders. That's trust. Yes. What's the time now?
8:35.
I think we are mature to move forward. So, we'd like any comments or questions from the messages. We don't want to marginalize women in our movement. This is the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. We are with everybody is a spirit soul. So we don't want people to think, we don't want you to think that, these kind of people, they say one thing, their rhetoric is one thing, their actions are different. In other words, you are accusing us of what we call in management science gender washing leadership. Gender washing means you say one thing on paper, you preach one thing, but then your actions are completely different. We don't want to be accused of gender washing, so please ask any comments or say something. Any comments or questions?
We have that challenge in our group. Hardly any questions.
Oh, really? That's good.
Hard to find out whether.
That means they understand all the stuff, so it's good. See, one thing is clear. To ask questions is more difficult, more challenging than answering questions. You see, I remember when I was in college, when I was doing my master's, one of my majors was in critical, creative and caring thinking. Now, in critical and creative thinking, when this course, the professor gives you a paragraph of 5 lines, a paragraph of 5 lines, you have to generate 35 questions. It could be from any field. There are 5 lines. Generate 35 questions. That's critical and creative thinking. So to answer a question is more challenging than answering a question. Anybody can answer a question. If they are real about that subject matter, they have the skills in that area, they can. But not everyone can answer a question. Asking a question requires a lot of self-probing. Yeah. All right, Silpapa,
Ki jai. Bhakti Vasudev Maharaj ki jai.
Jai.
Thank you very much, Big Krishna and everyone else who came forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Maharaj. Thank you.
What's the next?
We'll do Aarti.
Okay. Your wife is over 7. Thank you. Grace ISKCON Conference, AC Bhakti Vasudev Swami Jaya on this power of Hamsa, Parivrada, Acharya, Astro, Trasadaat, Sisman, Prabhakti Siddhanta, Sarasata, Gosam, Brahma, Ananta Koti Vasudeva Kijaya, Namacharya, Srihija, Sakura Kijaya, Prem Si Kahao, Sukrishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Advaita, Gadara, Siva Sarvasi, Gaura, Bhaktivinoda Kijaya, Sisi Radha, Krishna, Gopal, Gopala, Syama Kunda, Radha, Kunda, Girivardhana Kijaya, Vrindavan Mathura Kijaya, Simaya Pranavadana Kijaya, Jagannathpura Dham Kijaya, Ganga Maya Maya Kijaya, Samata Tosa Devi Bhakti Devi Kijaya, Sama Veda Bhakti Devi Kijaya, Nitai Gopala. All glories to the Son of devotees, all glories to the Son of devotees, all glories to the Son of devotees, all glories to Sister God and Goranga.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Maharaj, for a wonderful class and very nice practical pointers for how can we build trust in relationships. That is so important in the community. And we look forward to see you soon again, Maharaj. And maybe we can do something like Friday, Saturday, even Sunday morning. And then we can go to temple. We'll request and say Mataji. So hopefully we can have your association soon in the near future.
Soon.
Soon.
Yeah.
Hari Bol. We all can thank Maharaj with 3 Hari Bols. Hari Bol! Hari Bol! Hari Bol! And Maharaj will be giving the class in Sunday Feast program on this Sunday in the ISKCON of Harrisburg. So another great opportunity to associate with him, take his blessings, learn from his divine guidance. So Sunday 4:30 p.m. ISKCON of Harrisburg. Hare Krishna. Thank you. So we can push out a prayer.
Mahaprasade Govinde
Mahaprasade Govinde
Nama Brahmanya Vishnave
Nama Brahmane Vishnave
Sapamuni Vatamrajan Vishvasana Vijayate
Vishwasana Vijayate
Saira Vidyata Govindiya Tahita Vivekere Vishwasa Gode Paramante Divate
I'm